Okay, so I wanted to do a video about me. Just about who I am as a person, how I got to be where I am today, and how long I've been doing makeup and everything like that. So I wanted to give you guys a little background story so you can understand how I am or why I am, kind of who I am as a person and things like that. I'll give you a little backstory of what's going on in my life currently, which you guys kind of know from the last video, but just where I started and where I am today. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video. It's gonna be a background story basically of who Candace is, or Candy, which is the name that I go by. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I won't make it too long because it's just gonna be me talking, and I know that people just don't want to listen to me talk, but I just wanted to give you guys, like, my story. I hope you guys enjoy. See you in a second. So, I started out, I'm born and raised in LA, okay? I've lived here my entire life. Well, not my entire life. I did live in Texas for a year or so, but that's in my 20s. So I started out, basically going to school and everything, and it was a really big thing for my parents to have everybody go to college or whatever. So, that was huge. And I did go to college. I never finished. I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills, and I never finished, but I did do, I'm almost finished. Pretty much I could go back and probably finish in a year, but whatever. Sometimes, college just ain't for everybody, and sometimes you just have to realize that. So kind of just got a regular job and was doing college, and then, kind of dropped out, then went back, then dropped out, then went back. And then one day, it was around my birthday when I was about 20 or something like that, I did my makeup. And this is before Kim Kardashian's and the contouring and all that other stuff. I just did a regular face. This was even before YouTube was popping. It was there, but it wasn't popping. So I did my makeup, put on some lashes. They weren't put on correctly. Had blonde hair, which I have blonde hair a lot, but I had blonde hair, and it just made me feel really pretty. In my makeup, honestly, if I showed you a picture of it, you'd be like, that made you feel pretty? But, it's just the fact that I, put on a little bit of makeup, and I just felt like I felt good. So, after I did that, I started buying more lipsticks and buying, more makeup. That's kind of why I have so many lipsticks, because that's that was my obsession, was lipsticks. I would just wear a pink lipstick, purple lipstick, no face makeup, just pink, purple lipstick, and red and all these other colors. So I did that, and then, one of my homegirls hit me up, and she said, well, I was looking into this makeup school, and I forgot what the name of the makeup school was. I'll put it in here once I remember. I totally forgot what it was called, but it was in LA. It was near West Hollywood, I believe. Totally forgot the name of it, but she told me about this makeup school, and we had looked into a few, me and my homegirl, and decided on this one because the girl was like, oh, if you guys both sign up or whatever, I'll give you a little bit of a deal. That was when I got my taxes. So I was like, well, shoot, I'm not going to school, so let me see. I really do like to do makeup, so let me see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? Let me kind of get some knowledge. So I went to the school. It was 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. Paid $1,600, $1,700. I don't really remember how much I paid. Got a kit, did that or whatever. And after I graduated from that school, I have my certificate and everything. There's no license to do makeup. Just to let you guys know, there is no license. So if someone's promised you a license, there's no license. You can do makeup without a license. Now, eyelashes and things like that, that type of stuff, that's a different type of thing, okay? This makeup is just makeup, okay? Which I sometimes think that there should be a license to do makeup, because never mind. But anywho, so, I did that or whatever, and graduated that, and then I started kind of promoting myself, but not a lot, because I wasn't confident in me doing makeup. I was kind of just oh, well, I do makeup, but I would never really mention it. I would just be oh yeah, I do makeup. As my skills got better and better from watching YouTube videos, I promise you guys, people ask me all the time, they're like, how did you learn? watching YouTube videos. I went to school for it, and to be honest with you, if you don't continue to practice after the school, if you don't continue to watch YouTube videos, if you don't continue to further your knowledge, it's like anything. If you don't continue to further your knowledge, then you're just gonna stay stuck and you're not gonna move forward. So like the school, like it was cool, but honestly, I feel like, you know, a lot of the times you can just learn on YouTube. I see all these self-made makeup artists that are bomb. Like they never went to school for it. Now me, myself, I've gone to that school, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. And then I also went to MAC. I also worked at MAC for a year, a little less than that. So anywho, so, you know, I was doing makeups, kind of freelancing, not really getting a lot of work or whatever. And then that's when like Kim Kardashian and them hit with the contouring, highlighting, and all this other stuff. So I'm like, dang, like that's kind of popping. So, you know, I learned how to do that. And I did go through the stage of you got them thick eyebrows and everything, the big black eyebrows and stuff like that. You know, everybody goes through that rough stage, and I went through it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I went through it. So, you know, did that or whatever, was still pursuing my makeup career, and decided to move to Texas with my ex. You know, I actually drove by myself 19 hours to get to Texas, okay? And it was a journey. I'm that type of person where I like to drive, first of all. But second of all, if I'm determined to do something, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter, you know, if you flake on me or if you don't end up flying out when you're supposed to, whatever the case may be, I'm going to still do it because that's what I said I was going to do. So I drove 19 hours by myself to Texas. Got to Texas, you know, hit the ground running. Like, I had a job. I transferred with my job that I work with now. I'm not going to mention the name because I don't really like to tell people where I work. Transferred with that job, and then also picked up a second job at Sephora. So I worked at Sephora for like a month or two or something, and then I got called by MAC, and I was like, this is it, this is my dream, you know. So I quit it was all the same company. So then I transferred over to that department, which would be MAC. I worked in a retailer and started working at MAC. And let me just tell you, there's a lot of drama that goes into a MAC counter. I made quite a few friends. I'm really friendly. That's just the type of person that I am. Everybody was cool with me. I don't know if they really didn't like me on the low. You know what I'm saying? That ain't none of my business. But everybody was cool with me when I worked there. Okay. So, you know, there was the drama and all this other stuff. There was positions that were up, like for full-time, I was part-time. And I didn't get it. And it was like, you know, but I was like one of the top sales. It was just a lot. So, you know, I ended up just deciding like Texas wasn't for me. Oh, and I worked at Tarte too as a freelance vendor. So I've been in the cosmetic business for a while. Okay. So I did that. That was cool. Moved back to California without my ex. We were together still, but I moved back because I was like, I can't stand Texas. Like, I hated Texas. And I mean, to each its own. I lived in the Dallas area. To each its own. People that live out there might love it. That's cool. But I'm born and raised in LA. So if I go from LA to Texas, it's not the same to me. I miss my family. I had no family there. It was just like, it was rough. You know, so I came back to LA and kind of just got into this little, like, almost like a depression. Like, I didn't want to go out nowhere. I didn't want to do nothing because my ex, who was my boyfriend at the time, you know, wasn't here. And it's like, I didn't want to go out without him. It was like I was like attached. So then finally, after almost a year of being back in LA, my ex kept telling me, oh, I'm going to come move back out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Never moved. Finally, he moved, or something like that happened. I can't even remember because it was like 2-3 years ago. Finally, he moved back out there, then moved back to Texas. Like, stayed out here for like 2 weeks and then moved back. I was too through. I was done. So I was like, you know what? That's cool. Bye. Like, we're done. So we broke up. I broke up with him. Just let y'all know. So then after that, I kind of, you know, I gained a lot of weight, and people don't know that. They're like, oh, you look fine, but I gained a lot of weight, and, you know, kind of made me depressed, and it made me sad, made me eat more. Like, I used to be real small, and everybody's like, the weight looks good on you, and that's fine, but the stomach ain't popping. So anyhow, so yeah, so that was that. Moved back to LA, broke up with my ex. Then I started to actually get into the makeup thing. And I started to like, you know, I'm still not at the promote level that I want to be at, but I started to actually get out, do weddings, and do all this other stuff, and really start doing my makeup and going out and like having a good time. And, you know, making people understand who I am as a person, being cool, like talking to people again, and all sorts of stuff. So it was great. I felt it like it was wonderful. Ended up doing a wedding. As soon as I came back, I ended up doing a wedding for the girl that I did Mrs. America for. She was Mrs. California, and then she went to the Mrs. America pageant. I ended up doing her wedding a couple years ago when I came back from LA. And then she just, you know, she was a sorority sister of my sister, and she was just like, yeah, can you do my makeup for the Mrs. America pageant? If I end up making it from the California pageant to the Mrs. America pageant, can you, you know, come with me? And I was like, girl, yeah. So I ended up going to the Mrs. America pageant in Vegas. You know, that was such a great experience. And it was just like, you know, you have to be ready. Literally, like I thought I was going to just be partying out there, like, oh yeah, I'm going out. No. I literally was waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then before I go to sleep, I had to do her makeup. And then if she needed me in between, I was doing her makeup too, or fixing her, or whatever I had to do. Okay, but it was cool because I got paid to be out there. So you know, at the end of the day, I wasn't there for free. So you know, did a few more weddings, still doing weddings, and so now I'm back in LA. I was living with my sister, and then I left. Y'all saw that in the last video. And then I ended up going back to my parents. Then I moved in by myself, and that's where I'm at right now. So I'm in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath by myself in LA area, you know, and just here, just doing my best. And I just realized, you know, this is gonna be my lesson for this video. If you guys make it to this part, you know, you just have to believe in yourself. Like at the end of the day, people ask me how I have the ability to talk to anybody, how I keep pushing forward, how I do everything. I try to post this kind of stuff on my Instagram and stuff like that. But you have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing forward. You cannot stop. You cannot stop. Because the second that you stop is the second that 2 seconds later you could have made it. Like, and that's what I keep thinking to myself. That's why I keep pushing forward. I know that, you know, people... Like my homeboys, homegirls, everybody, they're like, your makeup skills are so bomb. Like, you don't even understand, your makeup skills are so bomb. But see, the thing is that I didn't believe in myself. And in order for you to succeed, you got to believe in yourself. That's the only way that you're going to make it. So, you know, if I could give any advice to anybody out there that does makeup or is doing makeup, a lot of people ask me, you know, what's this, what's that? Just do your research. Take your time. Somebody told me yesterday, they're like, set 4 hours out of your day each day just to do makeup, just concerning Beatbykandi. And I challenge you to do the same exact thing. Set hours out of your day, even if you have kids or whatever. Set a couple of hours out of your day to really pursue your passion, whether it be makeup, hair, whatever the case is. Set those hours out of the day, and that's just all you're going to focus on for those hours is that. That's it. And I promise you, you'll get further. Like, I promise you, like, you'll start to push through. But if you don't designate those hours in the day for, you know, what it is that you really want to do, you're never going to move forward. You're going to keep pushing it off. You're going to keep saying, oh, I'll do it next week. Oh, I'll do this next week. Me going to the gym. I now go to the gym on an almost daily basis. I make myself go to the gym. Like, I make myself. I don't want to go to the gym, but I make myself. And finally, eventually, I'm probably going to get into the habit of going. I hope I haven't had makeup on my teeth this whole time, but whatever. So, like, you just have to really be, what's the word that Will Smith said? Can't remember. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank right now, but just make it a habit. Make what you want out of life a habit. Make it, you know, you have to push through. You just have to do it. And if you want to be successful, you have to keep going. So that's my little lesson for the day. This is the first week of March, second video. Look at me. So I will see you guys next week. Let me know if there's any other videos you guys want to see. I'll probably be doing a confidence video. I know that was supposed to be this video, but that was just, I got to write some stuff down, write some notes and stuff, you know, and I didn't have that. So I just went kind of like freeballed it out and just gave you guys like my backstory, just so that you guys can know who I am and where I came from, and you know what you're gonna expect from my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions for me, or if you need advice or anything like that, I'm down. I told you in the last video, I'll tell you in this video, and I'll probably tell you in future videos. I'm really good at listening to people, and I will give you the real, okay? I'll tell you real life stories about myself that are probably embarrassing, but I literally have no shame. So if you really want help, you have to be able to open up and tell people your problems. And that's how I feel. So, anywho, I will see you guys next week. This video will be posted next week, which is the first week of March. You'll see the video next week, the second week of March. Because I've already posted a video for the first week. So we'll see the next video next week and then another video the next week. So I hope you guys enjoy, and make sure to get your ideas into me as soon as possible so that I can get these videos running and out for you, because I'm trying to do them on Tuesday or Wednesday of each week. So let me know what you want to see and I'll make sure to get it done for you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next week.